Robin.
Bill Burr, Joe Derosa, Bob Kelly.
What a historic moment.
We just had a hell of a 10 minutes there. The show continued. We were talking about Donald Trump, and I guess breaking news, the White House has released President Obama's birth certificate.
Yeah.
And Bill Burr goes, wow, it took him a long time to make that.
Yeah, it took him a long time to print that up.
Yeah, you would think that the White House thinking, what kind of identification you want?
It's actually on an elephant hide.
They had a that's funny. They had to spill some coffee on it and throw it in a dryer with poker chips, make it look old.
And what is Donald Trump saying about this? That it's all bullshit? Wait, we might have audio.
Do the people in this country now need to...
Donald Trump is having a press conference.
He's saying, Donald Trump is saying...
Where does this information come from?
No, I think what you're going to see, first we have to look at the certificate, but I am really happy that this has finally taken place because we have some issues that are unbelievibely important.
But you didn't answer my question, sir. You said we...
I think I did. No, I did answer your question.
What are your qualifications to assess this? You say you have to look at it, you have to decide.
This is going to be good.
What gives you the authority?
Well, I'm going to look at it, and many other people are going to look at it. You're going to have many people looking at it, and obviously they're going to have to make a decision because it is rather amazing that all of a sudden it materializes.
But what gives you the authority?
I hope it's the right deal.
No, he can't hear you.
I hope it's the right deal. We have to look at it. A lot of people have to look at it. Experts will look at it.
There's people looking at it.
I am really happy.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm very proud that I was able to bring this to a point. Nobody else was. The Clintons during their campaign weren't. All of the other people that talked about it, for years, they weren't.
I am amazing.
I am really honored by this.
Yeah,
okay,
he's honored.
What do you think this says, though, right now? If it's not true, for example, does it mean that the country is led by an illegal president? Is that what you're saying?
Well, let's hope it is true. I don't want to answer that question because it's too negative.
It may not be true.
Honestly, the question's so negative. At this point, I don't want to answer that question because you're asking a very negative question if it's not true, if it's not really his birth certificate.
Please stop
I don't want to
asking
answer
questions
that.
about what I've been insinuating.
And the reason I hope it's true, because we have very big problems in this country. This country is suffering right now. I mean, I have people, they can't get gasoline in their tank. They're topping out their tank because they can't afford to do it properly. They've never had this before.
What the fuck does that mean?
You look at
When I top
resorts
out my
around
tank,
the
it
country.
means I can
They're
afford
not doing any business because people don't drive. And then if you look at Saudi Arabia,
What
they
is he
did,
saying?
it's unbelievable. 3 days ago, they announced essentially that they're going to raise the price of oil by cutting back on production.
Oh, we got trouble.
And we have nobody
right
to
here in
speak
River
to these
City.
people. We have
With a
nobody.
capital T,
Capital P, that stands for
and says, you're not going to do it, fellas. We're protecting you. You wouldn't be there except for us. We have nobody. Now, yesterday, our president said that he has very little impact over the price of gasoline. I think he's 100% wrong because OPEC is setting the price of fuel. We have oil all over the place. All over. Every ship at sea is loaded up with oil. They don't know where to dump it. And yet every day we're setting records. And pretty soon we're going to be at that 150 a barrel, the all-time record. Now, when the president says he has no power over that, I mean, it's pretty sad.
But in one mind, is it possible that the country is being led right now by an illegitimate president? Is that possible?
Well, I certainly hope it's not possible. And I hope we've accomplished a lot by what I've been doing for the last couple of months. And I hope we can start talking about OPEC and China taking our jobs and making everything for us. I hope we can start doing that.
What do you do differently?
What I would do differently is come down really hard on OPEC. If you look at these nations, they wouldn't even be there except for us. You take a look at Kuwait. I mean, we handed Kuwait back to the people that right now essentially own Kuwait because it's really ownership more than anything else. We handed it back. They never paid us. You look at these nations, Saudi Arabia.
Did we go there to have them pay us?
Then they want to raise the price of fuel. It's not high enough.
Like a job.
So it would be very easy and very quick to get gasoline prices down. Gasoline prices are at $4, $5. They're going to $6 and $7 as sure as you're standing there.
Do I hear 9?
Yes.
In terms of credibility, you came up here once in a black helicopter in 1988 and you were running as a Democrat. Why should people, what makes you...
No, I wasn't. Let me just tell you, it's sort of interesting because New Hampshire's been a very special place. I came up in 1988 or 89, a long time ago, as a favor to a friend of mine, and I made a speech. But it's a place that I've always liked, and I've been to actually many times, New Hampshire. And in making the speech, everyone thought I was running for president. As you know, I wasn't running for president. I never said I was running for president. I made a speech on success for a friend of mine around 1988. And the buzz was unbelievable because it happened to be New Hampshire.
It was the biggest buzz ever.
Prior to primary season. So, in a way, New Hampshire sort of got me started. It's sort of interesting. But I did come up in 1988. I made a speech.
Hawaii
it was
even a
really
state
a
in
speech
1961?
on success, much so, more so than
That's what I would say.
politics. In fact,
Hey, was Hawaii even a state in 61 when Obama was born? Huh?
He's gonna be a great president because he has mastered the art of question dodging.
Oh, my God.
How the fuck did he turn this into oil?
He really fucking... Yeah, they called him out by saying, look, here's the birth certificate. He's finally releasing it. It's not a story anymore. Oil's all over the place.
I got some of where to dump it. I got some of my cock from this Norwegian model I was banging.
I'm gonna dump in a week.
Oh God.
Well,
if he becomes president, that means we should never have a president that was roasted.
it doesn't have a shot. I guess Obama's going to talk in a minute or two about the certificate being released.
Dude, what happened to this fucking country now that the president has to respond to like every, jackass out there?
He's got to respond to Donald Trump of all people.
First of all, he should have responded like day one with the birth certificate. Oh, here it is. Why wait over 2 years before you just say, look, yeah, I'm a citizen, assholes? I think that would have cleared up the problem.
I agree with
that. Yeah, I go with that.
We have a friend who's been doing publicity for years and years, and his whole thing is you cut the head off the snake immediately. And the example he kept giving me was Tiger Woods. He goes, the second his wife hit his car with the golf club or whatever he did, he goes, he should have just came out immediately and went, we're having some problems. I made a mistake, and it would have been done. But instead, he goes, they perpetuate these problems by dodging it.
Ambien, and I was
That everybody comes out of the fucking woodwork.
Yeah. He tried to stop the car with a golf club.
It really is
trying to rescue me.
Easier to just lay it all out there.
But I think you'll
the
be
best one I ever saw doing that was
what
Madonna.
my announcement is.
Really?
When Madonna first hit, they found like naked pictures.
Oh, right.
She goes, oh, they find those? Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, what about them?
Yeah, that was fun.
Anything? Yeah. Diffuse.
My bush was hairy. I had a really big bush back then.
Little tiny nipples. Big bush.
Everything's legitimate. You ask me questions that, frankly, nobody gets angry. The press doesn't get angry. Look, the press is very protective.
Press is everywhere.
Of President Obama.
Press is all over the place.
Very protective.
Yes.
They're not protective of me, but they're protective of President Obama. And they're not protective of most other people either, in all fairness. The word is, what I've read.
He was lost there.
Where was
He's
I
a
going
terrible
with this?
student
He even
when he
lost
went to
himself
Occidental.
Oh, now he's talking about how he was a
gets to
terrible
Columbia.
student.
He then gets to Harvard. I heard at Columbia wasn't a very good student. He then gets to Harvard. How do you get into Harvard if you're not a good student? Now,
How do you
maybe
get a
that's
job
right,
like
or
you're a
maybe it's
successful
wrong.
businessman?
But I
You
don't
go
know why he
bankrupt in
doesn't
Atlantic
release
City
his
every
records.
3 fucking
Why
weeks.
doesn't he release his Occidental records?
Why is he having a press
Well, I'll tell you
conference?
why, who cares? Because everyone says he was a great student. Well, if he was, that's great. And if he wasn't, that's great. I was a very good student.
He cheated at a game of Super Mario Brothers.
Well, I think academics.
Yeah,
is
that
all-
the Donald's gonna
education
start
has always
reaching.
meant a lot to me.
So what?
And I think,
And you know this shit. What is he getting at?
He's getting at the fact that this is now over because he showed the birth certificate. That was his big thing. So now he's just trying to find anything else.
the word is, he
I heard
wasn't
he
a good
stashed
student,
Monopoly
and he
money
had
under the Monopoly board, which is very unethical when you're playing the game.
Well, this is what
I was
read.
building hotels on Boardwalk and Park Place as my other hotels were being repoed.
He went to these amazing Ivy League schools, but what's really amazing about these schools?
Yeah. How do you get into Harvard if you're not getting
It's
good
not
grades?
innuendo. I'm just reporting what I read. Hey, I read stuff that you people write. Hey, look, what's worse innuendo than what I go through? I mean, what people say about me. I mean, I have the ultimate innuendo. But I promise you one thing, nobody will
My
protect
innuendo.
me like they protect our president. So
Because you're not the president.
Yeah, you mean like
and
directly?
I'm really proud that I was able to do something that nobody else could do.
Ah, see,
I'm
he's
really
proud.
happy about it.
I feel the president enjoys more privileges.
I wait for I'm waiting for his big slip when he goes, "How do you get into Harvard if you're black?" I mean, bad student.
Bad student.
Bad student, I meant to say.
Because I don't want this issue.
He's fun to listen to, this Donald Trump.
He's out of his mind.
Oh, God, and he dresses like Rodney Dangerfield.
Birth certificate, huh? Hey, I got to tell you.
Not the many butts.
Hey, how did he get to Harvard, you know?
Well, I've had a lot of friends that are Democrats and a lot of friends that are Republicans.
All right.
And over the years, if you know, New York is a largely Democratic place. It's very rare that you see in New York City, as an example, for a Republican to get elected. The numbers are staggering, where a Democrat will get 94% of the vote. And that's if the
What are you
Republicans
getting
doing
at?
a good job. So it's
He's
a
just
very,
pulling those
very
stats out of his ass.
interesting fact
there's
that
94%.
nothing.
I remember that landslide,
almost all
94 to
Democratic. Over the years,
6%.
I've supported many Republicans.
I remember seeing
many
those
Democrats,
figures on TV.
And I think there's something nice
A
about
landslide
that.
is like 58 to 42%. Well, they'll get like 94% of the vote.
I once watched a Democrat receive 100% of the vote while the other Democrats took turns sodomizing the Republican candidate.
Wiping their penises on Obama's birth certificate.
And they get things done.
Yeah.
Now we're like at a stalemate. I think it would be great if somebody got in there that actually could get along with both sides. And I know many of the people
Like
that are on
you?
the Democratic side, and in some cases they're friends of mine. I get along with them great. And
I can
think
get
it's
along
time
with people.
for people
I should be
I
president.
should be in the White House.
There's people offshore in boats, in oil tankers that I get along with.
It'd be great if Gary Busey just tackled him right now.
Well, my views change, and
2 plus 2, what's
yeah.
the answer? Well, you know, mathematics has been around for a long time. Donald, you didn't answer the question. I believe I did.
Well, you know, I'm not protected against mathematics like the president is.
That's a great answer.
you
I
can't
believe
just
I
have,
did.
like, an
Yeah, I
idea,
believe I
and then
did.
This idea, it's like go through a wall. Sometimes you have to be able to go under the wall, around the wall, over the wall.
Oh, boy.
I've always said,
What's he
Sometimes
talking
there's a
about?
door within
Yeah,
the
yeah.
wall that you just can open up.
And the president uses that because he's got all the privileges.
Sometimes it's like a window. You have to
that
open
runs
up
for
the
office
window.
or currently running for
Wow.
office.
As he
They've
talks
had
about
views
the
that are much
economy,
different
why
than
is
10
nobody
years ago.
going, then why are your
Than they have
hotels
now.
and resorts
So my
such
views change,
fucking
and
rip-offs? Why doesn't anybody ask him that?
How do casinos lose money, you dummy?
What are you, an asshole?
Consistently, yeah.
Didn't you see the movie Casino?
Yeah.
We always win. Remember that?
And will you play with us a little more, or is it going to end when you make the announcement that surprises?
That's a very interesting question. I think you're going to be very surprised.
Ann Coulter said last night you are not running for president. She compared you to Charlie Sheen. Said this is all just a show.
Ann Coulter?
Uh-oh, here we go.
Hey, you'll have to see. You know what? We have 3 weeks. Not a big deal. In 3 weeks, you're going to see. I think you're going to be very surprised. And I
3
think
weeks,
if I
it's
do
not even
run,
a month.
I'll do very well.
He's
And I
talking
think,
about it
look,
like he's
I'm already
unveiling a new
leading the polls,
casino.
and I'm
Yeah.
not running. Am I leading the polls? Thank you.
Republicans, yes, you are.
Well, okay. Well, I
He's
mean,
the only
excuse me,
fucking-
CNN did a poll recently.
Does he
where
understand why he's leading?
It was one of the
Obama
most
and
accurate
I are
polls ever.
statistically
Yeah.
tied. If you'd like, I could send it to you. Just call up CNN.
Please run for the presidency.
I
Please
think I'd
run.
beat
He's going to do it.
No.
If I
How
look
much
at
fun
this
would this
economy
be?
And how bad it's doing.
Yeah, but you know what's funny
If I
about
look
this
at this
is when you
economy,
say you're going to
it's-
run,
it's doing so poorly.
the second you're in, all
And I
this
think
changes and
ultimately
it
it's gonna
stops
be
being fun
largely
and they
about
start
that.
looking into
You
your
look at
fucking
what he's
life
doing in
Yeah.
and it
Libya, which
becomes
is a total
horrific.
disaster.
All the
Nobody even knows what's
skeletons,
going
all
on
the
in Libya.
finances,
You
who
look
you
at what's
dealt with,
happening
who was your
gasoline
friend,
prices,
who was your
where
priest, who
he
fucking
said
everything.
He has no
Yeah,
control
and you're
over
like,
prices,
I'm outta
which he
here.
does
Oh, fuck
if he
this.
gets on the phone or gets off his
He's saying in the polls,
basketball
you know,
court
he's
or
leading.
whatever he's
Jesus
doing
Christ.
At the time.
He just said if he gets
should
off
be
the
focused
basketball
on
court, he could
and
affect
getting
gas
those prices
prices.
down.
Oh.
That's what he should be
Yeah, he just
focused
said that.
on.
Yeah, he did.
If he stops eating that fried chicken, I think.
Libya much differently. First of all, I don't know
Which
who the
I
rebels
also
are, and
enjoy.
I said it
That's how you
many
try and
times.
cover your tracks.
I enjoy it too,
rebels,
but
I hear,
you know the oil on my
are
fingers
controlled
after
by
eating
Iran
it.
and
We should have
Al-Qaeda.
oil in our cars.
So, we make them sound like
This
they're
guy
at a
would just
Gone
stop
with the
hanging out
Wind.
with
It's
Raj and
wonderful, the
Rerun
beautiful rebels.
down at Shirley's
Because they're
Diner.
great.
For
You could end
Christ's
up with worse
sakes.
than
Which was
Gaddafi,
one of my
perhaps.
favorite shows.
That's
That's how you get away
Yes.
with it.
having our great military people lose their lives in Libya, and we don't even know what we're getting into. And
what about the other two fucking wars?
That's old hat.
Oil. You know, in the old days, when you win a war, you win a war.
Isn't.
Nowadays, you win a war.
Sitting on the table.
We lose lives. We spend billions of dollars.
Yeah.
And then we come out and we go back home. And we have all of our wounded to take care of. We have all of the dead soldiers and dead military.
Let's talk about the rich fucks who make all the money.
This is interesting, Libya, because the Arab League, which is Saudi Arabia, and many of the wealthiest nations in the world, told us to go in and take out Gaddafi. Now, if they would have said that to me, I would have said $5 billion right now. You know what? Just for the question, they would have given you all of that money. They would have paid it
extorting to assassinate another leader.
We get no oil.
That's good.
Libya. We get no oil.
Don't remember that when he announces his.
So what you're saying is you would be the president / hitman.
We will whack any dictator for $5 billion.
$5 billion.
I fucking love that.
To whack a fucking dictator.
You know what? He just convinced me. Donald Trump.
Trump for president.
China involved. Why are we involved with Libya, and China's not involved? And China.
Why don't you read up on
by the
banks?
Way, the IMF came out 2 days ago.
Oh, he knows about
they
banks.
Said by 2016, China's
but
bigger
from
than we
our
are.
angle.
Yeah. You know why?
I'm getting
they're bigger?
fucked on the
Because
interest.
They're making our products.
I can't believe he just said the going rate for a president to kill another, to use the government, the United States Army, to murder another leader is $5 billion.
Hey, we're doing it anyways. We might as well get paid
put the
for
word
it.
out.
Yeah, but that's the soundbite they're going to be playing with later today. Oh boy,
Yeah,
they're
it's
going to
be
have
a
fun.
biggie.
They're going to have fun with that
That's
one.
going to be a biggie right there.
MSNBC is going to have fun with that one.
Run and win. Within 1 day, they're going to be told,
If I
you keep
decide to run and
manipulating
win.
your currency, we're going to tax you.
The solution is simple.
25%.
Kill the
Now,
Batman.
that's going to do two things. First of all,
Within a
they'll
day.
stop manipulating at the mere thought of it if they believed it. But they don't believe this administration because when the president of China comes to the United States, we hold a state dinner for him in the White House. Now, here's a guy that's been screwing our country for years.
Squint our eyes
They're
and make fun of him behind his back.
$300
Well, that's how those people say steak.
This year, $300 billion more than that.
There's just too many
And we hold the state
channels
dinner.
that this guy's
And the
entire
reason is
speech
because
is being
they
fucking
manipulate
televised.
Yes.
brilliantly. And by the way,
To let 'em
I
slide.
have no anger at China. If you can get away with it, I mean, if I was from China, I'd be very proud
I
of my
like the
leaders.
Mugu
But
Guy
I'm from
Pan.
this
I love the
country.
General Chow's chicken.
They got
whatever
those
his name
rolls
is.
with the eggs in them. Those are good.
That's good stuff.
Did you ever have those ribs?
This guy's going to get me into politics again.
I would tax them.
Oh, he's great.
He rolls.
Yeah.
By the way, when you talk about budget deficits,
yeah,
the
budget
deficits
deficits.
because our economy, how can our economy ever get good? How can our economy ever be strong, ever, when we have
People like me are
other
running away with all the money.
making our product? It can't happen. I watched Ben Bernanke not long
He's actually
ago
making
say,
a couple
no,
good points there.
unemployment's
He
gonna be
has
bad
to
for a
bring
long
up
time.
NAFTA
You know
at
why?
some point.
Yes.
Because
Then I want to know
India
where his products are made.
taking
What
so many
8-year-old
jobs
sews
through
his shit
outsourcing.
together?
China is making our products, so
Yeah.
we don't have. I look at places like Newton, Iowa, where Maytag moved out and they moved into Mexico and devastated the town. So if you put a tax on Chinese products,
Okay,
Yeah,
we're going to
here
leave
comes
New
Obama.
Hampshire and go to Washington and the White House.
he got bumped for
bumped.
Let me just comment
Now he's
first
going to
of all on
respond to
that.
Donald Trump.
Motherfucker say.
I can't get the networks to break in on all kinds of other discussions. I was just back there listening to Chuck. He was saying it's amazing that he's not going to be talking about national security. I would not have the networks breaking in if I was talking about that, Chuck, and you know it.
Wrong channel.
Oh, boy.
Hey,
He's doing stand-up.
As many of you have been briefed,
He's like The Rock.
we provided additional information today
Additional information.
about the site of my birth. Now, this issue has been
Indonesia.
going on for 2.5 years now. I think it started during
Yeah,
the campaign.
you could have ended it day one.
And I have to say that over the last 2.5 years, I have watched with bemusement. I've been puzzled at the degree to which this thing just kept on going.
Well, then why didn't you release it?
We've had every official in Hawaii, Democrat and Republican, every news outlet that has investigated this, confirmed
Really?
that,
Fox News?
yes, in fact, I was born in Hawaii, August 4th, 1961, in Kapiolani Hospital. We've posted
that sounds
the
foreign
certification.
The guy's only
given
7
by the
years
state of
older than me.
Hawaii
He's president. I'm
on
such a
the
fucking
internet for
loser.
everybody to see. People have
And he's been in there
provided
2 years.
affidavits that they, in fact, have seen this birth certificate. And
He
yet
was
this
state
thing just
senator
keeps on
at
going.
what age?
I don't know.
Now, normally, I would not comment on something like this.
Why?
Because obviously there's a lot of stuff swirling in the
Trump
press
is
at any
beneath
given
them.
day. And,
But I mean, it
I've got
wasn't
other
just
things to
Trump.
do.
It became
But
such a
2
big
weeks ago,
thing.
when the Republican
could've just left
House
it alone.
had put forward a budget that will have huge consequences potentially to the country.
Consequences,
And when I gave a
consequences.
speech about my budget and how I felt that we needed to invest in education and infrastructure and making sure that we had a strong safety net for our
What
seniors.
happened to the guy that was
even
really
as we were closing the
inspiring in his
deficit.
speeches?
During that entire week,
This guy ain't inspiring anymore.
We haven't had that.
Everybody goes in the office and you
wasn't
start
about these
aging
huge monumental
horrifically.
choices that we're going to have to make as
It's
a
like
nation.
that Star Trek disease that they
No,
got when they all
no,
started
you-
getting old.
You go in there
quickly.
and you realize that you're powerless against the Federal Reserve.
Yeah.
And that if you don't do what the people, who put you in office say, you have a convertible ride in your future.
Yeah, exactly.
Every day you peek out you make sure the hardtop's still out there. You're like,
Yeah.
okay.
The day you see the commercial, hey, the weather's nice. Why don't we take the car out
For a
Like,
nice
"Ah,
slow
shit.
drive.
How do you feel about
Why?"
Dallas? Have you ever been there?
Yeah,
it's
it's a
nice.
great place.
Yeah.
It's like the show. You come in all woo, and then
And then-
an hour and a half in, you're just like, oh, I'm looking at your
Depending
mouth.
on what you
I'm
say.
just watching Anthony's mouth, like hypnotized.
Depending on what you say, you could, lose your head.
Well, it's just like these guys have been fucking PR'd down, just like rock. It's like whatever happened to like rock stars, whatever happened to guys openly doing drugs and boozing it up, and everything has been so fucking PR'd down. Where they're like, you can't do anything cool or exciting or edgy anymore in the public eye.
Do you remember Obama's campaign speeches?
Unbelievable.
I mean, I can't stand the guy. I don't like him as president and whatnot, but. One thing that really got him across was he could give a great speech. Yeah. He inspired people. Now he's just like every blah, blah, blah. You just hear a low droning noise
Because
with catchwords of budget and line item veto and gas and
because that is the worst job on the planet.
God damn, yes.
You go in there and you're all like, I'm going to get this done, get this done. It's like when you go and like pitch a show. I'm going to get a show. We want something edgy. I got something edgy. And then you give it to them. Yeah, we love it. And they start taking a hatchet to it. Next thing you know, you're the wacky next door neighbor.
What happened to my edgy show?
Yeah.
No, remember even fucking Bush Senior speeches. No new taxes.
Yeah. No, read my lips. No new taxes. Oops.
And that was the big joke on SNL, how that when Dana Carvey would just do the fucking button phrases, 1,000 points of life.
Yeah.
It's like they do that to all of them, man. They get in, they're like, all right, you need to shut the fuck up about this. We made the people happy. You're here.
We really are just fucking cattle.
We really are just dummies. Who was a comic? I can't remember who was but it was just saying he wants to see this Obama run against the Obama from the last election.
It's like a video game.
It's like it's two different people.
Yeah.
This guy is like, where's the closed Guantanamo? Get our soldiers out. And this guy, we're in another fucking quagmire.
Yeah. It'd be like watching young Dennis Leary or old Dennis Leary try to chash young Dennis Leary.
And that's it for Obama. He's done.
So that was quick. He just said, hey,
that was
look.
quick.
How weird is that, though? He just came right in halfway through his speech. He's backstage. Not yet, not yet, not yet.
Now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
said
loving
enough.
that.
The basketball line. Great. He's done.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go live.
Like
I'm the fucking president.
It's like a wrestling promo.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look, Donald.
Yeah.
Hey, Trump, I was just watching you.
That's
You want a
great.
birth certificate? I got a birth certificate.
If you smell
Who should Trump run with?
Trump do you like pancakes?
Like a Vince McMahon, or like an Andrew Dice Clay. He needs a good VP.
He needs a good mic guy. Someone who's good on the mic.
Oh, how great! I would vote Vince McMahon for president. I would vote for that in a second, which is everything wrong with this country.
You would have to.
But I would vote for Vince
November, I'm going to kick your ass. Really?
Well, do you remember Bill Clinton became president? He had brown hair. And within 8 months, it was just white.
Well, they were all dying to get elected. It's all they get the medicine in there to get elected. As soon as they get in, it's like I'm not doing that again.
Obama finally went with the medicine because he was starting to get very gray, and I think he was one of those guys that was going to say, "Look, I'm going gray. I don't give a fuck." But he was going gray so fast that he said, "Fuck that. Get that medicine immediately."
I think when you have
now he doesn't have any gray anymore.
He has a little pad. He does the
a little bit
just for men.
What's the one? The blend?
Yeah, the blend where you have a little gray.
You got to keep a little gray.
A little gray, yeah.
A little gray to show your experience.
Yeah, but he's not going gray due to his age. It's like it's
stress.
The level that you age.
Of course.
You're fucking making decisions where like, okay, we're gonna try to drop this bomb on this guy, but it might land on a baby, and we need you to go out there and convince people this is what.
You know what's fucked up? Considering the amount of stress and how that fucking wears away on him in those short 4 years or 8 years if you got 2 terms, ex-presidents do tend to live to be very old,
but because they get the good medicine.
They get the best medical care, not the fucking health care that we would get.
My parents, when they went, I was telling them during the break, my how conservative my parents are. They came out to visit me in fucking Hollywood, right? Liberal fucking land. You know what they wanted to see? They didn't want to see the Walk of Fame or Sunset Strip. They wanted to go to the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library.
There you go.
Oh, yes.
And we went to it, and this is what fucking blew my mind. They had the Air Force One plane, the entire fucking plane there, and you get on it, and there's these rotary phones that they could make a phone call on an airplane, and we're still waiting for that technology. So they're at least 30 years ahead of us in technology. So that's probably why they're aging so well. Just give us our war, ignore the Federal Reserve, and we'll give you the magic pills. Look at fucking Dick Cheney. If Dick Cheney worked in a hardware store, he would have been dead at 28
years ago.
Yeah, no, he could have 900 fucking heart attacks and just keep going.
That's your best conspiracy ever, Bill.
I got sick, really sick. You get like this thing called crud, where the sand and all the shit and goes in your nose, and everybody gets it when you get over there. The infection. I went into the hospital there, the fucking medic tent. They gave me regular bullshit. Then I hooked up with these, these special service guys, and he goes, "Don't take that shit. Here, take one of these." He gave me one pill, and it wiped it out. The next day, I was perfect.
Yeah, it's like Magic Johnson.
Magic pill.
Magic Johnson gets AIDS.
I like Bill's theory.
That is a good theory.
With the rotary phone that you can make a phone call from 30,000 feet.
And you should have seen this thing.
That was 30 years ago.
This thing was like the fucking Mary Tyler Moore phone.
Jesus Christ.
And he's calling Russia. Let me tell you something, you sons of bitches.
You can't understand the dark side of the force. It literally is the dark side. You commit to it, you live forever.
I'm impressed with their fucking iPhones, and we still can't make a phone call up there.
From up there,
wow.
Yes.
And they could do it on a rotary phone.
I learned when I was studying video or TV history in my video production major.
Oh, you really study that?
Well, I don't know.
I took that class too.
Yeah, it was a class you had to take.
I snoozed during that period.
Well,
and that's why Joe's making movies in your mind.
I was supposed to pay attention to the fish episode they were showing.
You would have been there.
Fuck.
No, they told us though they were talking about because it was late '90s, and they were talking about the coming age of digital television. Oh, and they kept being like, "Don't buy TV; it's coming in the next few years."
Comes.
All this shit.
Fuck you.
They were talking about the development of television through the '50s, and they were on a fucking roll. They go, they could have easily kept going and been at digital technology so much sooner.
Yeah.
The government stepped in the '50s and goes, "That's enough. That's where we're going to stop it for now." And there's no answer to that question. Well, why?
As to why?
The government just said that's enough. They were the main funders of the development. They cut it off and they said it's gone far enough. We're going to leave it there for 50 fucking years. Think about how much TV developed from whenever it was invented
absolutely
up
right.
until 1960, and then it just stopped developing.
Nothing
until 2000.
happened.
What was that about, you think?
Nothing happened.
Well, that's what he's saying. They're like,
Yeah, but
don't
why?
dull this
Digital
fucking
television,
technology out little by little.
Fucking high definition television, all that shit just
You
became
think
like.
Lyndon B. Johnson had 3D TV?
Dude, look at the fucking internet. The internet came out in the 80s, literally in the 80s, and nothing. And all of a sudden, from 2000 to 2003, it's the most magnificent thing you ever see. There's video.
Oh,
you
I
can
was
get
using it in the
anything
90s, though. Let me tell you. Wow.
It's like
Great porn.
It's crazy. So remember in the 90s? I mean, the leaps and fucking bounds were insane, dude, in like a 4-year period for something that had been around for almost 15 years at that point or whatever it was.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. The TV thing is very interesting. Like why they would just say, that's good enough. That resolution's great. The fucking scan lines are great. Leave it like that.
Yeah, I don't know because
I
also
think they can still do that now. I mean, the government got away with a lot of shit back in the 50s and 60s and 70s. Do you think they can still? I mean, there's so much you can get information now. I mean, you can't just stop.
God, Bobby. What? Because we have cell phone cameras, we're gonna know what they're doing in the Pentagon.
I don't think they can stop.
I love Bill, man.
Dude, I just told you,
Bill
his
just
fucking
laughed at you,
phone
Bob.
is 30 years ahead of what you got. You still can't call in the sky.
But I can.
They got all this stuff, Bob. They got the ray guns.
You can use a phone on a fucking plane.
They can probably fucking do that Star Trek shit and zap themselves to Hawaii, make a fake birth certificate, and come back.
You can use a phone on a plane.
Bobby.
What are you talking about? You can use a fucking phone on a plane.
Robert Kelly.
Dummy, you can use a phone on a plane.
No, you can't.
Yeah, you can.
I love
No,
you
you
guys.
can't.
They have
don't even
phones
let
on
you
a
listen to your iPod during takeoff.
Yeah,
You know, it's gonna
turn your
crash.
shit off.
You can Wi-Fi a little
You
bit.
can Wi-Fi and you can use phones.
Bobby,
on
in
planes.
1980, Reagan could take a kitchen phone and call Moscow and say, I'm going to annihilate your half of the planet.
I get that, but everybody.
So
your
where do
phone
you
now
think they're not,
is more,
Bobby?
Is more powerful.
I'm a civilian.
That phone
I'm not
right there is more
I'm not in the Illuminati.
fucking just
I'm
talk
not in the
about-
Illuminati, Bob.
Yeah, but
Neither are
the
you.
technology that's out there now, the average ass, you can get a laser gun on fucking Gizmodo.
His
Yeah.
point
Bobby,
is,
you out of your fucking
Bobby,
mind?
but his point is if we can get that, they've got shit 30 fucking times greater
But
than
what
that.
I'm
Dude, they're
That's his
working on a
point.
gun. It's called
This
a
is my
shit
point,
gun. They can point it at protesters. It makes you want to shit your
Yeah, but-
pants.
Is that real?
Okay? Yes.
Because of the technology.
Yes. And he's
though.
talking about fucking
No,
iPhones.
but what I'm saying is the average asshole can't get away with the shit they used to get away with because of the technology. Everybody has a video camera. Everybody, you can go on the internet and search anything you want. So the government can't get away with what they used
So
to
you
get
don't
away
think
with
government regulations of the FCC
It's like the
can't,
mo-
can't
no.
like the
Back in the day,
FCC?
the
You
mob.
think not opening up certain spectrums that they can't control what we get as far as television goes? Bandwidth, they control bandwidth. They control.
Here's
So
something-
they control.
I'm just saying
they might
it's
not
not as-
control the information,
no,
but
I'm
they
not saying
control how much of it can get through at any given moment.
I'm just
Here's
saying they
something-
can't control fucking say, look, that's enough technology for the. I understand that they have
controlled
stuff.
the level of
Jesus
TV
Christ.
that was coming out. They wean out
I'm
the
saying
technology.
that they
and
don't.
They take,
it's not the way it used to be, as bad as it used to be, because of the
It's
fucking
worse, Bob.
technology.
It's
we
probably
can.
worse.
It's probably not.
when the feds
It's
step
probably
in
not.
and put a
What is
a
the
conflict of interest fucking
What is
charges
the,
on a
what does Air
corporation because they're
Force
going to
One
look.
have that you don't have now? What do you think
I
they
don't
have?
know, Bob.
Nothing.
I have no idea.
Nothing.
You don't know
I'm
because
not on.
Nothing.
You think that Air Force One's technology is the same as my one-bedroom apartment?
Yes, I do. I think they have AT&T Wi-Fi, and it goes out.
No,
I love you, Bob.
I believe all that conspiracy shit because people. This is what kills me. People watch movies like Patriot Games and then they go, "No, everything's fine. Everything's fine." It's like, where the fuck do you think they get the ideas for Born
shit.
Identity and That doesn't
think
come out
that's
of the
all-
fucking sky.
People think that shit up. Come on, Joe.
Do you know what I'm saying?
I think.
Come on.
And people are saying the TV was kept that way for standardization, so everyone could have television. Or else, because if there were so many different types,
and then what you're dealing with then, because you couldn't keep having a bunch of different ones coming up, but then because they need everybody on the same one, and you feed them all the same bullshit, so everybody gets on the same page.
So they all need the same
Yes.
information feeder.
Yes.
But when a company wants to make
Okay.
money and they create something or invent something for the public, it's about the fucking money. It's
but
I mean, especially now with
But you can
technology.
make any TV you want as a company, but if the government doesn't open up the airwaves or digitize the signals, then it's just a paperweight.
You can't have a guy, Bob, with a better computer than what they have in the fucking Pentagon, or else he would be able to take all the secrets and they would be in trouble. So they're always going to be 30 fucking years. Dude, Yankee Stadium even had go, wait, we got technology 2014. The shit you're not going to get until 2014 when that thing came out.
I get that, but I don't think it's, what I'm saying is it's not as fucking dramatic different as it used to be. I mean, back
what are you basing that on? Is what I want to know.
A phone in the sky back then you're saying that was fucking holy shit. But I'm saying we can make a phone call in the sky now. You can use Wi-Fi in a fucking plane.
But they didn't give it to us for 30 years. That's Bill Burr's whole point.
Yeah, but what do you think they have? That
Bob, I
we
didn't
don't
even
know.
have a fucking answering machine.
Look at it this
in
way.
1980.
Look at it this
I
way.
love Bill Burr's point because they were doing that 30 years ago, and they finally are kind of allowing us to do it 30 years
when
later.
They have the Obama library.
So I can't just fathom. I'm going to tap out right after this.
You can see in his face. I love this guy.
Bobby, but that's the whole point.
I know it's the fucking point. What do they have? A hologram and a laser? A fucking
lightsaber?
Who knows? In 30 years, when you walk through this Air Force One,
have the best shit. That's ludicrous.
What do you think the government has?
Bobby, you're losing on this one, pal.
If Disney World, if fucking Disney World can operate at the fucking level they're operating at, imagine what the goddamn government is doing right now.
Disney World stinks.
There's never a piece of it's
a bunch of dumb robots.
I love Bill Burr's point, though. It's a great point that they were doing something that we finally get to do 30 fucking years later. I don't think you do.
Get it.
So then Bill's point is, what else do they have that we're not even going to see for another decade?
30 years.
I just don't think it's dramatic as it was back then.
How do you know?
Because we didn't even have. We have fucking.
Why isn't Dick Cheney dead?
I'm fucking explaining it. If you fucking shut up, everybody.
Break into the
the technology the average asshole has is fucking crazy. The information the average
not as crazy
asshole
as what they got in the
has-
White House.
The information that we have.
Every kid on the block has this crazy thing.
Think about what you can do with that.
FDR had an iPad.
Yeah.
All right, I tap out on that.
FDR had an iPad.
You're right.
That's fucking hilarious.
They're gonna invent the best technology that can be stolen from you by some kid on the fucking subway. Somebody can steal that out of your. They've got something way fucking better.
No, he just tapped out, dude. He tapped out.
Oh, you did. Okay, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Joe takes it too far all the fucking time. You just take it too far, Joe.
Project Blue.
It's over.
Would you honk his horn?
Blue Book.
It's over.
Blue Beam. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was trying to.
You know what? Maybe somebody out there,
Project
maybe
Blue
one of these fucking
Beam.
listeners, these fucking crazy internet, probably knows technology that they have that we don't know about.
But we won't believe them.
They just came up with the rail gun, which is crazy. The
It's been around
laser.
for a while.
Yeah, but they actually
those
it's
super trains work on railgun technology.
Yeah, but they actually have a working working rail gun.
Bob.
Yeah, so
You're right. The phone thing was just
so
a
that's
weird
what
fucking
high-speed trains
fluke
work
thing.
on. Railgun technology. Magnets.
The word just scared the shit out of me
Disney
today.
World had that in '62.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, Walt was waving his hand, yelling out anti-Semitic shit out of a monorail.
It wasn't weaponized, you fucking moron.
Fuck the Jews. He's up there in his monorail.
The 5-star general has the same internet I do. I'm telling you, dude.
He's got to wait just like I do.
Yeah, Google's sitting there going, we're going to invent internet speeds that are 500 times faster. You don't think the government's tapping them on the shoulder going, shut the fuck up for a minute. We're going to have that
We'll
first.
tell you when you fucking invent this.
You can't have that. You'd be totally fucking with
Hey,
their
look,
level
if
of
we
control.
all agreed on the show, how fun would it be?
Well, as long as we're disagreeing
Some
with
guys-
Bob Kelly.
That's right. I love when some guy goes, I can't believe nobody's tried to assassinate the president yet. It's like, do you really think some dumb racist hick knows how to assassinate the president? The government knows how to assassinate the president.
Oh, now that's a bold statement.
Oh, boy, there,
I
Joe
didn't say that.
Derosa.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it, too.
I would say that. What
What the fuck,
can
man?
say
That was Joe
dangerous thing to
Derosa.
say?
I know where he lives if you
I
need
don't
to
know.
know.
I'm not saying they're going to do
Although
it.
you
I'm
already
just
know because
saying.
you're
What
the
do you
government.
know?
It's
Sorry.
what Trump just said. Governments know how to do that shit. Some
No,
schmuck in the
he didn't
middle of
say assassinate
Alabama
the
doesn't know how to.
president.
He kind of did. He said
What did Joe
$5
do?
billion.
What did Joe do? The whole argument was over. We had it. It was nice, and now we
everything's
introduced
fine.
it. Another
Bobby in a corner.
I was going back to the locker rooms trying to undo the tape on my knees, fucking undo the tape on my fingers.
I didn't mean literally this. Do you know what I mean?
All right.
I just meant literally.
My post-fight press
Leaders.
conference.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's go home.
All right. Give me my
What?
goddamn.
It's time to go home.
Okay.
Give me one of my things. I'm going to do it right now.
What? Fucking 15-year-olds?
While you find that, and cheatthemovie.com. I really want people to go
Yes.
to cheatthemovie.com because these guys really came up with something that might become bigger.
At Cheat the Movie on Twitter, too.
At Cheat the Movie on Twitter, it's Bill Burr, Joe Derosa, and Bob Kelly. Very happy for you guys. Thanks to break character for a second. Very happy for
They
you.
are.
Thanks.
I can't wait to
That's
see
hilarious.
this now.
To break character.
Well, you know.
To break character. My
I guess-
character that they're all assholes.
Yeah, but you walk in this fucking studio and you have to be an asshole for the entire
No, you
time.
know what's funny?
I would like to be a real person every once in a while.
We did a podcast, my Monday morning podcast. We just put it up this morning, and at one point we were just fucking trashing each other. Then Bob goes, Joe goes, seriously, I love you guys. I'm glad we did this movie. I go, Bob, Joe, that emotion is not allowed on this podcast.
Right.
You just-
Yes.
it can't
You
be.
can't do that.
You're not allowed to do that, I guess.
You're not.
But I
Throw
want to
that
get the
shit out
I want to
there.
get the real word out there
I-
that this fucking thing is.
I appreciate
is
it.
good.
That's good, Opie.
All right.
And you know what? This Saturday night, Joe's going to be there. I mean, Billy, I'm not going to be there. You're not going to be there.
Yeah, I got a gig.
But I
Yeah,
do.
where's your gig?
I'm doing Jim Norton's thing. The
Foxwoods.
anti-social.
Yours is sold out, huh?
It's great.
Yes, it is.
Mine is.
Happy to be there.
Mine at
Just happy
Parlor
to be
Live
there.
in fucking Portland is not
And
sold
you guys
out.
are adding a Seattle date. We're
Yep,
going to talk about
July
Friday.
1st. Tickets go on sale Friday. Thank
That's
you.
fucking huge.
That
man.
is.
I would love to go to Seattle. See
Fucking
you guys.
huge.
That's a great.
And don't take
great
me to
city.
that coffee shop anymore, you fuck.
Oh, fucking
Maybe next time we can
hilarious.
talk about it.
The coffee shop,
Yeah, I know.
Biscontes
You
or whatever
told
the
me
fuck.
they wouldn't let
Oh.
you use your recorder
No,
or whatever.
Hold on,
told
Ed.
you-
Really quick. I know we want to go. Have you ever heard of a coffee place where you're not allowed to use your phone or pull out a laptop?
No.
This fucking takes me to the
It's
place.
It's like the quiet
the
car
one
on the
place.
train.
It's the worst. Every time I go there, they're cunts, and I brought him there just because I knew they were going to be cunts.
And it was gonna be annoying.
I pulled up my iPad and the Bluetooth keyboard. She walks over. There's no computers here, sir. I
In a
put the
coffee
keyboard back
shop.
in my bag. I go, what about now? She goes, no, you can't do that, sir. I mean, cunty about it.
And then they
You
kicked
can't
us.
even have it
Yeah,
in
they're
there.
so
no,
rude in that
and then they
fucking
kicked
place.
us out
Yeah, Joe
because
goes
they needed
there,
the
too.
table.
Joe's been there.
For what?
I
They
stopped
needed the
going 'cause
table.
of
They
that.
actually
It's so
said, "I'm going
fucking
to give you
rude.
your bill now," because basically they should have said it because these people need your fucking.
You might
table.
have to unleash the pests.
Yeah, right.
No.
This guy is proud of his stupid. What are they?
Computerless?
No, his fucking what he makes there. Homemade biscottis.
Oh, those things.
He's
He
so
came
proud
up-
of his biscottis because he had to
biscottis
come over and tell
stink.
us about it.
What
for
a
10
guy.
minutes.
No,
They
they-
stink.
Fuck him.
It's a fucking old cookie you have to dip in milk or
Yeah.
tea to make taste
Oops,
good.
it's crumbs.
You chip a tooth on those fucking things.
What's that?
It's like a chip.
What's that?
You guys are talking about
Hey,
computer
I want to
chips?
ask you a question. What's the most important holiday of the year?
Flag Day.
Cunt
Easy.
day.
No.
Hanukkah.
I say Mother's Day.
You didn't let us answer.
Ladies!
Yes. And you know Steven Singer from Steven Singer Jewelers?
Yeah.
Guess. No.
Congratulations.
Here's a rose
Now
dipped
you're
in
a cunt.
gold. Here's a platinum flower.
Hey, maybe they thought you was dead. It's a rose, right? Steven Singer, it's just rose. Dipped in 24 karat pure gold.
Which is worth a lot of money.
Oh, yeah. It's only $59 though. $59.
Wait a minute.
And it
Gold
comes-
is
yeah.
$1,500 an ounce.
It's crazy.
Bill,
I
don't
don't know how
question this,
Steven
please.
Singer does
Don't
it.
question this.
Okay.
I don't know how Steven
He
Singer
found
does
cheap
it.
gold somewhere. I
It's
don't know how he
amazing.
does
Steven
it.
Singer
That's
does
how
it.
brilliant this guy is.
He goes to gold mines and pans the gold himself. I don't know how he keeps
I actually have
the
one.
overhead
I
down.
gave it to my wife. She loved it.
Don't the girls just love it? And for Mother's Day, it's great. All kinds of different colors just available for Mother's Day, by the way. And it comes in a beautiful gift box. And what do you want? The pearl-colored one or the peach-colored one, which symbolizes appreciation? How about the all-gold one? Get it for your mom. For Mother's Day. It's just weeks away. Go to IHateStevenSinger.com or go to 1-888-I-HATE-STEVEN-SINGER. Oh, please, order yours right now. What are you waiting for? It's a great Mother's Day gift.
What if your wife was pregnant and then she had a miscarriage? Is she still technically kind of a mother?
Yeah. I would think you could still get her that flower and be like,
Silver
ooh.
instead of gold, though? Maybe silver?
Yeah, the bronze.
No,
Bronze.
I would
The
give her
bronze.
quite a few gold ones, and she'd be
You old softy.
Yeah, I know. I'd feel.
But the baby?
I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be like, good. I got to raise it.
It worked.
Enough of it.
The pill worked.
Oh, paging Dr. Martin.
Well, you're in a lucky situation where you can fuck and raise the girl at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah, she'd have a friend.
I loved your faces when I said 9.
Every time I watch The Simpsons and I see Mr. Burns, I always think of Anthony.
Oh, thanks.
He just lives the same like,
Yes.
big old house. Yes.
You gotta bring in another 15-year-old. Yes. I won't even have to paint the room.
If only it was legal.
You fucking
You
creep.
dishonest assholes.
That's what they're going to say when they lead you out of your house in handcuffs. That's what you're going to be muttering. If only it was
legal. I don't understand. It should be. I mean,
Theoretically.
nah. Clean as a whistle, motherfucker. I defy any Fed to check my computer. Go ahead.
That's a good
Well,
thing to
with
say.
a warrant.
There you go.
Give me a little time.
Yeah. Give me a couple of days.
Give me an hour, please.
Cut to a shootout at the
It was the
compound.
longest wait for a punchline ever. I was really getting scared for him.
I know. I was like,
It's like
let me take my computers to an MRI machine.
Defy any Fed to check my computer that I just bought this morning, brand new.
it's like Waco, Texas.
The mere fact that you know to
that
do that.
is creepy.
That I know that an MRI machine would screw up a hard drive?
That's creepy.
I never do that. I always take my hard drives out, and then I blast the hole through them with a Phillips head screwdriver with a hammer.
Yeah.
And then you just leave them that way, because then they can't.
Just throw them in the Hudson River.
Oh, yeah? Does that work?
Yeah. All your neighbors are going, why does Anthony keep having a pile of burning computers in his backyard?
Just keeps the fire going one after another.
It's better than the
fire
crosses.
Better than the crosses.
You know,
So that'd be the great beginning of a creepy movie. Somebody suffering in the background. Anthony just taking a Phillips head screwdriver to a hard drive.
Joe, you writing?
That is pretty good.
This is your next movie right here.
Yeah.
This is it.
Oh, believe me.
You got another
yeah.
live read? We could do it while
That
we're
house
here.
is good. Oh, sure. Give me it.
Because we did a little time in between the two things.
Give me that thing, and I'll talk to you about Mother's Day coming up.
What?
And
Mother's
it's the
Day?
perfect time to get a great deal on beautiful flowers. Almost right in my nuts. Flowers. Flowers for Mom. You could do something great for her. Get the 100 blooms for Mom, and it's only $19.99, and you're going to get a beautiful free glass vase, just $19.99. Yeah, it's great. Upgrade to the premium pink vase and add chocolates for just $10 more. It's an amazing special. It's good only until midnight on Friday. So order right away. Here's the only way to get your 100 blooms for Mom for just $19.99. Call 1-800-PRO-FLOWERS. That's 1-800-PRO.
Oh,
Nice.
1-800-PRO-FLOWERS and mention Opie. Or go to proflowers.com and click on the microphone. It's on the top corner. And type in OPIE. That's Opie. It's proflowers.com. Click on the mic and type in Opie. Remember, this offer expires at midnight on Friday. Order right now.
Gregorio!
Antonio!
Amy.